Hello everyone, welcome to Cloud Institution. So we are the best cloud training providers, in Bangalore. So today in this video we are going to see about how to create a virtual machine using Azure CLI. Okay, so we're going to create a Azure Windows virtual machine. So using Azure CLI. So first of all, let's see what is Azure CLI. Okay, so we already seen in the previous classes, so what is AWS CLI, all this stuff. Okay, but today in this video we are going to see that what is Azure command line interface, so which is Azure CLI. Okay, so Azure command line interface CLI is a set of commands used to create and manage the Azure resources. Okay, for example, if you don't have access to your Azure console, or if you want to automate some of your resources to be able to create or delete or update, okay, you have to use Azure CLI. So Azure command line interface you have to use. The Azure CLI is available across the Azure services, and it is designated. It's designed to get you working quickly with Azure with the an emphasis on automations, right? So basically this tool will be primarily used to automate your resources through Azure CLI. Okay, so now if you can go back here to our console. Okay, so now we have already seen here, so we already created some kind of resource groups, as you can see here. So I have one resource group, so two resource groups basically. So one is network watcher, but another one is so basic resource group, which is cloud institution 2. So I don't have any kind of a resources which has been created here, right? Okay, I wanted to create a virtual machine. I wanted to create a virtual machine in this resource group with Azure CLI. Okay, the first of all, what I have to do is that I have to go back here, to create a virtual machine with Azure CLI. So this is what the page which I'll be searching for. So if you don't, if you're not already having a resource group, you can create with a, with this command. Okay. Now I already have a resource group. Okay, so I'm not going to waste my time on creating a resource group again. Okay, but if you really wanted to create a resource group, you can create like this. Okay, I will show it to you after creating the virtual machine how to create a resource group as well if you want. So now, so azvm create. Okay, so this is the command I'm going to copy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to my terminal. So even before that, you have to be making sure that you have been logged in with azcli for your account. Okay, how to log in with the your account? Az login. Okay, so the moment when you click when you do az login and type enter, so it will take you to the browser. It will ask you to log into your account. Okay, so now if you can go back here and you can see that so this has been logged in. Okay, so we have already seen this scenarios when we are working with a Terraform. Okay, so now what we can do is that now I already logged in. Okay, so this is the subscription. This is the subscription which I have, so that I'm going to be creating under this one. So now I'll be going back here, and now I'm going to copy some of the comments, whatever has been showing in this page. Okay, Azure VM create. Okay, Azure VM create. Okay, so, and then the resource group, you can copy the exactly the same thing. So Azure resource group. Okay, so resource group. The resource group is going to be cloud institution RG2 resource group 2. Okay, now going back again here. Done. Next, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to copy the name. Okay, so I'm going to give the name of the VM. Okay, so now I'm going back here and give the name. So name is going to be a cloud institution, cloud institution. Okay, cloud institution. So that's enough for me. Now I'm going back again here. The image, I'm going to copy the image, same image. Okay, so whatever the image is there, I'm going to copy the same image. So if you want to install some kind of a Linux machines or some other machines, you have to copy the corresponding image name. Okay, so now it's done. Now I'm going to give public IP SKU is going to be standard. Okay, so I'm going to copy exactly the same thing, because so it's going to be telling me that which public IP I will be using, and then which SKU, so which SKU type I will be choosing. This is standard one. Okay, so admin username. Okay, so what's going to be the admin username for my virtual machine? I'm going to be giving cloud. Okay, cloud is the admin username which I'm going to giving. Okay, so everything is done, right? So now I'm going to give it enter. As you can see here, it's asking me for the admin password, so admin password for the instance which is going to be creating. Okay, so I'm going to give the password, which is, okay, it's asking me to confirm password. I'm giving confirming password. All right. So it is just validating, so meanwhile what it's doing currently is that it is just validating, all the options is correct or not. So now as you can see here, it's just running, so just look how nicely it's just running. Okay, so now let's go back to our console and let's see here, if the VM is created or not. So now we'll go back and refresh it over here. Okay, now as you can see here, it's been creating, so it's been created a VNet, so initially there was nothing over here. So as we've seen in the previous classes that, so we need to create a VNet and then, the subnet and all this stuff, right? So if you can click on this VNet, there must be a default subnet must have been created. Okay, so the default subnet, okay, so cloud instance subnet is being created by default. Okay, without these things the system instance will not be created, okay, which is virtual machine will not be created. So now I'm going back to my resource group again. I'm going to refresh it and see if my virtual machine is done or not. So now still my virtual machine is not been created yet. Okay, so if you can see here, deployment failed, target subscription resource group cloud institution RG2, at least one resource deployment operation failed. Okay, please list of deployment operations. Please see this. Okay, Windows computer name cannot be more name cannot be more than 15 characters. As you can see here, so Windows name cannot be more than 15 characters long. Okay, so now because we have given big name, that's the reason why it is giving me this kind of errors. So these are the things you should be noting down. Okay, now I'm going to give the different. Okay, so now I'm going to give some different name. Okay, I'm going to give cloud is the uh, name which I'm going to give. Okay, I'm going to click on enter here. So these are the things you can experience, so whenever you're creating the VM. So now admin password, okay, given it now. Now it's also telling me that, so it's that entirely number, it can or contains the following character, right? Like, so some of the things which you have to be noticed that though, the system will not be taking up some of these characters. Okay, and then it should not be, the length should not be more than 15 characters long, right? So you should be noting all these things whenever you are creating the virtual machine. So now this is, as you can see here, this is going to be a Windows virtual machine. Okay, now you can see here, let's go back and see that, it must have been created few more resources, okay, by the name of cloud. Okay, now as you can see here, the cloud, that VM is got created. Okay, the as we given the name over here, the cloud, okay, the VM is got created, but it still must be provisioning. It's still in provision state, but the VM is already been done. So you can see the virtual machine. So as you can see here, in the public IP address, all these things is be creating. Okay, so now in a fraction of minutes it should be done. It should be ending up with a screen saying that, okay, so this machine is created. Okay, as you can see here, the MAC address of this virtual machine is this one, and the public IP addresses, private IP addresses, as you can see this one, everything will be there. Okay, let's copy the public IP address of this machine and then let's put it over here to verify whether the public IP address is correct or wrong. Okay, now we can see the public IP address is correct, right? So now, okay, so this is how we will be creating the virtual machine. Okay, so please note down this command. Okay, so using this command you should be able to create the virtual machines, right? So that's it from this video. Hope this video was really helpful for you guys. So please, if you like this video, please like and share with your friends, and please subscribe to our channel, for more videos like this one. Okay, thank you so much, and see you again in the next video.